Welcome to Media Queen TV. I have a very special guest today. We've got Sarah McGuire in the house, who has come down to the Gold Coast from Samford Valley in Brisbane. She has been very vocal on the whole toxic fire ant program that the Australian government has been rolling out. I've been calling it the Australian Government Poisoning Australia program. And they have been sending crap to people's houses. This crap here, ant bait they've been seeing, which doesn't just kill fire ants, by the way, it kills everything. And this is what it looks like. This is the crap. This is what it looks like. We want to find out what is this stuff. They're sending it in post packs. They're telling people to put it on their land even when there's no fire ants. This actually says you should apply the product even if fire ants are not visible, as they could be under the ground or on a nearby property. Now, we know that this poison has been killing animals. It's been getting into water supplies, into creeks. It's been sprayed over people's water tanks, which is also going to create a lot of toxicity. Now, Sarah's been very vocal. Sarah, can you give us a bit of background on how you got into all of this?
Yeah, well, as a resident of Samford Valley, we experienced firsthand of them dropping this chemical in our waterways. And, you know, after finding out what it was, it's a poison called pyriproxyfen. And, it's highly toxic to aquatic life. It was dumped in 2 of our creeks that we got positive water test results. Since then, I've actually been on ABC radio and 4BC radio to talk about what the damage they've done to us. So yeah,
horrible. And now, so what is this stuff?
So it's a yellow corn grit granules, and it's soaked in soybean oil that's infused with the insecticide pyriproxyfen. And pyriproxyfen is it's called a class 7C chemical. It's highly toxic to aquatic life, like I said. It's an ant bait, but it doesn't just kill ants, and it doesn't just kill fire ants, it kills all ants. So it's not good. And we've actually witnessed it being on the ground, and green ants have been taking it.
Wow.
And birds love it because it's corn. So we see magpies and the parrots eating it. So it's really quite horrifying, really, to think that this stuff is put out, they're putting it on every inch of land in the eradication program. But now they're sending it to, people's houses in these little containers, and they're saying people within certain areas can put this on their land for up to 2 times over 2 years. And people are thinking, oh, well, if I put this on my land now, I won't have to bother when the eradication program comes to town with all these biosecurity officers. But they've actually said you can put it on your land until the eradication team come, and they will still put this poison on your property as well. So you'll get extra doses of it.
So what should people say when these people come to their houses and try to bully their way on? And we've actually heard of, in Currumbin here, they've actually been throwing this poison over the yards of people. So they're just putting it everywhere without consent. Yeah. And they're saying it's compulsory. We're going to fine you $15,000 if you don't do it. What should people say?
We're telling people to say no, because we shouldn't have to have mandated poisoning of our land. I mean, it's our land, it's our private properties. We should have the right to sanctity and, to live in our own homes without toxic pesticides. Many of us in Samford, same as Currumbin here and Gold Coast, we choose to live in these locations because we want to live toxic free. We grow organic vegetables and fruit in our gardens. I don't want this stuff chucked all over my garden. And I mean, the chickens eat it too. And they say that poultry shouldn't be able to get access to the poisons. And it definitely affects chicken embryos and eggs. And there's numerous studies when you start to look into it. It's honestly horrific. But getting people to put this free stuff on their land, it's like that's just a next level to more poisoning, because the eradication program is going to come to town, and they're going to do it 6 times. 6 times on every single property, on every inch of land, from Caboolture to the Gold Coast to the Lockyer Valley. We're talking 850,000 hectares of land poisoned 6 times repeatedly. That's going to kill all our native ants. It's not, and it's not even going to kill fire ants. Well, we're seeing signs that these ants may be resistant now to these products. They've been using it for 20 years, and these ants are still here after 20 years of poisoning.
Wow. And so what's going to happen in the long term, do you think?
Well, I think we're going to see a real massive destruction of our environment. If we have no ants, we have no pollinators. Ants are also pollinators. We're seeing signs of dead bees everywhere as well.
Yes.
And a lot of the studies where they say it's not affecting bees is mainly done on honeybees, but there's studies that show it does affect the bee larvae and it's killing these honeybees. But there's zero studies at all, or what we can see, on native bees, such as the blue-banded bee that nests in the ground, our stingless bees. I haven't been able to find any studies on Australian bees. So
it seems like there's been no proper environmental impact testing done whatsoever, or testing on, animals. I mean, I don't like testing on animals in general anyway.
Yeah.
However, it's devastating the environment, the ecology, animals, and of course humans, because people are going to eat fish, the fish that survive. It's getting in the water tanks with the spray that they're putting everywhere. And we saw yesterday from the heat map where these helicopters are going. They're not meant to be going over the creeks, and they're going all over the creeks continually, and in high foliage areas.
Yeah, over the canopies of forests. They shouldn't be putting these poisons there, because the ants don't even live in shaded areas. So yeah, we have had some autopsy reports of livestock, including cows and horses, showing toxicity of their livers, and in dogs, liver toxicity after being exposed to these poisons. Now, the government is saying these poisons are safe and effective, and they're not a poison. That's not true. Although they say they're an insect growth regulator, which means they're supposed to make the queen ant infertile. But even so, anything that impairs an organism, whether it makes them infertile or kills them, that is the classification of what a poison is, and in the Merriam-Webster dictionary. So it's a poison. It's designed to kill fire ants, and it's affecting livestock as well.
Yeah, we've seen cattle that have been born deformed in the Gatton area out west of Brisbane, and a lot of people yesterday, we saw a lot of examples of cats, dogs, chickens, all, birds, all dying or very sick, which is just horrible, and it's got to stop.
Yeah,
we've got to stop this. Otherwise, don't be surprised if it's going to be wasteland, just like we see in Hollywood movies. We're going to come up to wasteland across the world if we allow this crap to happen. And, we do encourage people to question everything. So what's the way that people can connect with you and get empowered and get informed around this?
Well, we've got a campaign running called Stop the Toxic Fire Ant Program. We have a website, which is the same name, stopthetoxicfireantprogram.org. We have Facebook groups. We've got petitions. They can all be accessed through links on the Facebook page. And just one other thing, it kills, like I said, it kills all ants. And native ants are actually known to be natural predators of fire ants. So if we kill the native ants, we will have even more fire ants, because there's going to be no predators to the fire ants.
Yeah, it's seriously concerning. However, it's important that we get informed, get empowered, because there's certain things in life we can't control. However, there's certain things we can control, and we do not consent to this. And even if they try and bully you, there's lots of things we can do to work around that, okay, and not allow these people onto your property. Even when they turn up with police officers, you need to stand your ground. And we've seen very many examples of people standing their ground and these people not coming onto the property and poisoning your property. Okay,
and so no one has been fined $15,000. No one yet has been fined. So, and we've got a fundraising campaign as well. So if people are worried about being threatened with fines, then we are raising money to help pay for any legal costs associated with that. So please don't be afraid and be bullied into having this poisoning done.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't be bullied. It's just like the pandemic all over again. Don't be bullied, okay, and stand your ground. Now, we also have a fantastic event coming up on Sunday, which is called Stop Toxic Fire Ant Program that I'm doing with Lynn Sutherland. We've got an amazing film by Lynn called Pulse of Life. Amazing animal documentary. And then after that, we have a speaker panel, which you'll be on. We've got Simon Mulvaney from Save the Bees Australia is going to be there. Kathy Osborne, she's the member for Burleigh in the state government election, and she'll be there for Libertarian Party. We have a councillor from Byron Bay coming. We have a guy from a bat charity coming. We've got so many amazing speakers. So it's a free event, Sunday, 4 p.m. at Currumbin RSL Club till 7:30, and we're doing a fundraiser there for Save the Bees. We've got thousands of dollars of raffle prizes, donations at the door, and free entry. So if it's obviously optional to give a donation or buy raffle tickets, but we do invite you to come and get informed. There's going to be some amazing people in the room, and we're expecting a few hundred people there, so it should be fantastic.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you so much, Sarah. And so to get your tickets, go to linktree/Aldwyn. That's linktr.ee/Aldwyn. At the top there, you'll see the link. Book your ticket on Humanitix to make sure you get a spot for Sunday. And also check out stopthetoxicfireantprogram.org is the website there to go and have a look at. Subscribe to Media Queen TV while you are on YouTube. Check out some of our other amazing content. We've been putting lots out about the fire ants. Any final comments?
Yeah, well, we're selling signs as well.
Yes,
from our Facebook page and the website. So
yes, actually, it's a great one.
We're still trying to get links up for it, but buy a no trespass sign. It sends a strong message to the program that they are not welcome. We also have no poison zone signs and just say no signs and all sorts of signs to keep them off your property.
Yes.
So it's important to show as a community we're standing together and we're saying no.
Absolutely. Yeah. And get your camera out, take photos of them, get their details, ask for their full name, date of birth, address of these people coming, because they are absolutely intruding. And if they come on your property without consent, particularly if you have a no trespass sign, those no trespass signs do hold up. So again, get informed, get empowered, do not be bullied. Otherwise, don't complain if your dogs die or your cats die on your property. If you put this poison in your yard and your animals die, you are now responsible, because you have now distributed the poison. Even though they've sent it to your house, you've put it everywhere, right? So don't do that, right? Don't put it everywhere. And big thank you to everyone who's joined us live right now. I can see Antonia Rule International. We've got Stemek Dogan, Push to Gold, Karen Collins, Natalie King, Jared Anderson on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are joining us. Thank you so much today for joining us. And any final thoughts?
No, just stand together and say no to we need to stop the toxic fire ant program.
We do not consent. We do not consent. All right. Have a beautiful weekend. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time here on Media Queen TV. Thank you, Sarah. Been great to chat. Bye for now. Thank you.